Okay, I'm actually here. I'm actually getting technology work, so I'm getting back into the habit of things, even though I still feel like I'm always gonna have some scuff and shenanigans, as I say every single stream. But as always, it's me, it's C. Whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, or evening, whether you're watching and lurking, because again, you don't have to say anything if you're just not in the energy, you just want to be here and vibe out. It's totally cool. Or whether you're watching the VOD, for those of you who just like to watch my videos once I'm done streaming, because you want to, keep up to date in your own pace. Hope you're having a nice one this. It's Friday? Yes, it's Friday. I don't know what day it is, but time is a construct and a concept. So sometimes I lose track of time, even though I remind myself what day it is, because journals and things like that. But I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Uh, so for today's stream shenanigans in regards to schedules, as folks know, there's always stuff happening in the world. And as I've been saying all month, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and pace myself as well. So I did want to honor that and, put back in more co-working sessions as well as to get back into the rhythm of gaming. I know there's been a lot of disruptions and things like that, but I feel like I'm getting more clarity in all the chaos, whether that's both directly impacting me or just the broader world around us. So today's plan is to do about an hour and 30 minutes of co-working. We're going to use Spirit City Lo-Fi sessions, and then we're going to play some Wanderstop, since I would like to finish the game for you all, just show you, what we're working with, and keep going from there. But as a quick announcement, thank you all for your patience for those of you over on YouTube, which I scheduled my streams ahead of time, but I have not updated them. So I'm actually during this co-working session. I'm going to go ahead and actually set up some of those streams for the next couple of months, including the Phoenix Wright streams I have planned, as well as some of the intermission and lace bobbin / stationary streams I want to do for you all over on YouTube. For those of you who follow me on Twitch, I'm going to try to mirror that schedule. It might not all be done as I'm doing what I'm going to do during the co-working tonight, but essentially I want to do that, not only get back to having a regular schedule in regards to what I'm looking to do, but to also make sure that, for other friends who have events and things like that I'd like to attend, since I love to lurk in my friends' streams and support them in terms of the work they're doing, I want to make sure I cannot schedule myself to double book when they have collabs or events or debuts and things like that, like I always try to do. So that's kind of the game plan for tonight. It's going to be more low-key, low energy. Not to say that I'm, in a bad place or anything. I'm just in a very contemplative mode, like I knew I would be for this year, because, yeah. It's a lot going on, but I realize I'm really good about anchoring myself despite the chaoticness of life. So I'm really grateful for that trait of mine, but that's why I have to really tap into my own energy. And I feel like Wanderstop would be a good game to play because it's a team management game about burnout and mental health, so I think it'd be a good way to kind of end the week. Just as a heads up in terms of my schedule for this week, I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm actually going to stream later on for a couple of hours. We're going to play... We're gonna go play some more South of Midnight, so I'm looking forward to doing that with you all. And then next week, I think I'll probably add back Final Fantasy XIV. We'll keep again focusing on Wanderstop and South of Midnight. And what's good, Jan? Welcome back. It's lovely to see you in another stream. I hope you're having a nice one. We're just getting started today. I'm just doing some quick announcements, but it's lovely to see you, and thanks for stopping by stream. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. It's lovely to see people. And hi, let me see. I will call you Yo, but let me know if that is not the way you would like to be called, as well as pronouns. But welcome to stream. My name is C. I'm doing quick introductions like I do in every stream that I do before we get towards our agenda of plans. But it's lovely to see you as well in terms of things too. Welcome in to my, stream, which I'm still going to multi-stream y'all on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm still working out the kinks. I feel like I finally have a rhythm for it now, and aren't any shenanigans, so, choose your platform. I'm not beholden to either one. I'm just, streaming on both. But it's lovely to meet you, and I hope you're having a nice one. And again, please let me know what your pronouns are so I can be respectful of who you are as a person as you stop by and hang out, whether you hang out for a couple of seconds or minutes or whether you decide to stay the entire time. I always appreciate anybody giving me their time as a hobby as a streamer. Is there any other announcements, though? Yeah, we're going to play South of Midnight tomorrow. Probably late for 2-3 hours. South of Midnight's not long, so I anticipate I'll probably finish Wanderstop and South of Midnight within the next week or two. And then we're going to play more Final Fantasy XIV. And we are gonna add back some lace bobbin streams and Infinity Yankee because I would like to show you all some of the style battles. So I'm just saying, we have things happening. And I will talk to you about some of the games I've been playing off stream because I've been doing a lot of that too. So, yes, I'm actually live on YouTube now. So while I would say most people watch me on either platform, and thank you for the follow, yo, I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the shenanigans that I have in terms of my space here over on Twitch. But yes, I do stream on YouTube under the same handle, so you're welcome to follow me on both. As Toko said, and welcome in, Toko. It's lovely to see you. I stream, my primary platform is YouTube. Started on there. I've now started streaming on Twitch, but I'm on both and growing on both. So you're welcome to follow me on both. Follow me on one or the other, whatever you prefer. So I know people have their preferences and everything else, and I'm working on emotes and a bunch of things for both platforms anyway. So you will not miss any shenanigans no matter what platform you choose. So yeah. Oh, leg day. Let's go. I feel like smeared jelly. I can resonate with that as somebody who's been weightlifting for a very, very long time. That like post-exercise burn is amazing. But also, like, when you decide to do stuff, it's really something else, you know? That kind of thing. Oh, and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you over on YouTube. Thanks for all the shenanigans. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your, stay around these parts in terms of my shenanigans, whether you're here for a few seconds or, minutes or the entire time, or you just watch the VODs over on YouTube. That's a video about YouTube. I have VODs. If you can't say the entire time, don't feel bad. You can always watch me over on YouTube and just hear me yell, which is what people tend to sometimes do is watch me yell about a lot of things, because I yell a lot. But leg day, congratulations for doing exercise. That is something I'm on my radar this weekend, because I was doing leg day the other day, and oh, Lord. I'm going to work on arms and stuff probably this weekend, though, because, yeah, weightlifting is great. It's a fun little thing I do at home. So, and nice, another South of Midnight enjoyer. Yes, please let me know as you finish through the game if you enjoy it. I love South of Midnight. It's really dope. I only wish it would be on PlayStation, but I ordered the deluxe edition on Steam, so if I get a Steam Deck, I will be replaying the game, because I have no chill about Black Girl Magic. But yes, it's been a lot of fun, and I will be streaming that tomorrow, and we'll be finishing out the game for sure for those of you who just want to watch somebody play and, get around to it. But if you play it, let me know how you feel about it, because I love to geek out with people about games and stuff. And yes, Toko, I have emotes. I have had emotes for the last year, almost 2 years now, in my mind's eye, and I have badges, so that's coming. I'm just, again, I take forever, so that's why I told y'all, give me till like year 2. Give me till like year 3 and 4 to like really get my stuff together as a streamer. I'm still baby in my mind, but there are emotes and badges coming, so for those of you who hang out, look forward to that. As well as I have some ideas that I'm going to integrate into the point system. There is a point system that I'm working on in regards to some things I'd like to do. So I've mentioned it a long time ago, but, if you watch my streams, you'll hear all the goodies that I'm going to develop and stuff. But yes, they're coming. I have a theme and ethos as my YRP Final Fantasy X vibes that I give off. So, look forward to that. And I am going to pull probably from those of you in the Discord, maybe ask some questions in regards to some of the things I'm mapping out. Because I feel like there's some emotes y'all would appreciate, since I yell a lot. But yeah. All this to say, yeah, that's pretty much all I have in terms of announcements for tonight. Like I said, we're going to do Spirit City Lo-Fi. So as I say every single time, if you would like to join me for co-working, you're welcome to hang out. I'll mainly be talking and jammering. So, I actually need to update over on, I actually need to update Twitch really fast so it says Spirit City Lo-Fi sessions first before we, do Wanderstop. So my bad, I don't mean to do that, but let me fix that first. And then we're probably going to do a session for an hour and 30 minutes, and then we'll probably do an hour and 30 minutes of Wanderstop and call it for stream. So about a good 3 hours, 4 hours is usually what I aim for most of my streams, as y'all know already. But that's what we're going to be all about right now. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and get things popping. And for those of you who are new, as well as I'm familiar with my style, I tend to just jabber about things in regards to co-working. So I treat it kind of like you're hanging out with somebody at the library as you're like getting stuff done, or a cafe. And then usually I give a notification at the halfway mark, which will be for us, it'll be about between 30 to 45 minutes. And then towards the 50-minute mark, we usually take a 10-minute break and then we'll do another sprint. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And then after we finish doing an hour and 30 minutes of co-working, we're going to go right into Wanderstop, which we're going to continue where we left off for those of you here last time. So, yo, to answer your question, yeah, we're going to be doing some co-working with Spirit City Lo-Fi, and then we're going to do Wanderstop. So, as folks know, as I'm working on right now in regards to the timestamps typically on YouTube, folks are welcome to stay for the co-working portion. That's why I usually split it as co-working and gaming. But I know some folks, you know, can't stay for all of stream or will just like, you know, want to do some body doubling in the way that they want to, as well as come for the game or wait till the game co-working is over and then come over the game and vice versa, or both though. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not at work. I'm chilling right now, but I'm gonna do some Hobonichi today, which for those of you too as well, for in regards to that, I am gonna set up my hand cam not for this stream, but for the next few streams, probably next week or the following week, so that way you can all see me put stickers and stuff together, because I do want to show y'all some of my new patterns and everything that I have in my books. I just need to fix my camera stand again, and then we'll be good to go for that. So that's what I've been working on behind the scenes, is just trying to get things back up to where they were instead of these technical difficulties I've had with OBS and StreamerBot. But to answer your question, yo, I'm not at work. I'm just cozying in my office, trying to just get things set up for co-working. So for those of you who are working, though, if you're watching me, because I know some of y'all study and do things while I am streaming, keep doing the damn thing. I appreciate you. Especially for those of you who watch me halfway across the world early in the wee hours of the morning. I hope you're not staying up too late. But I can't talk because I sometimes stay up late reading manga, so I can't talk. Don't look at me. But okay, let me bring up Spirit City Lo-Fi sessions, and then we'll go from there. It's been a minute too, so might be able to see what some updates there have been actually in the game for a while. But just give me 1 second, everybody. I finally got my desktop to actually work for once, which is nice. As in, we had audio issues on the last stream, so I think I fixed it this time, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. And then I will transition as always. Alright, so folks just see captions at the bottom of the screen as always, because accessibility is always amazing for folks who would like to be here and enjoy the ambience. And let me make sure I can fix something real quick. Okay, that way I don't confuse myself. Alright. Oh, there's news, yeah. I think for today's session, I see some things have actually changed, so that's always good. Since I'm gonna be in my notebook, even though y'all can't see me tonight, I will probably be by the fireplace, and we're gonna do some writing, just to reflect what's going on. But first, on that same note, I should probably update my wardrobe, because we are in the winter time. Not winter, excuse me. Oh my gosh, we're in spring. Can you tell? Like, it's been a long week? Because, yes. Okay, wardrobe. As we kind of get going for things, I will say that my wardrobe is actually getting more colorful, which is not surprising. We're in spring, so I'm gonna have that. Girl, no, I'm not doing it there. Winter. That's fair, Toko. I appreciate winter for what it is, but I do absolutely love when it gets warmer, except for the pollen that's trying to hurt us all, because that's a thing. I'm actually in a pink mood. They don't have, like, I've been more into, like, deep mauves and, like, reds, but I don't have that. So I'm going to just dress my character up in pink, since that seems to be the other color that I wear. And obviously, I'm wearing my glasses right now because I have my 2D character cut out form right now, because it's kind of a chill stream setting, so we're going to go with that type of vibe right now. Just give me 1 second to see what clothes, and then we'll get the timer going, because I do want to honor that we're going to do an hour and 30 minutes and then gaming. So, ooh. That's wintry, though. Um, honestly. And you would think during the spring I wouldn't wear giant sweaters, but that's not, that would be lying to you. I wear giant sweaters all year, so. Oh, sorry. There's a dramatic pause. Apologies for the slight glitch. Yeah, we're gonna do... Yeah, we're just gonna do pink today. But we're in a very pinky mood. I don't wear shoes in my house, so every time they offer this option in Spirit City Lo-Fi, I don't take it. And we're gonna keep the teacup, because I think she's adorable. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna pet you. And then we will do 60 minutes, and then we'll take a 10-minute break. And then we'll do the last sprint. And then Wanderstop. Okay. It's been summer for a couple months now for me. Gotcha, nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm based in the West, so we're in this like that. We're not in the in-between between winter and spring anymore. It's now more like spring and springing into summer because climate change and pollen. But I'm here for it in terms of like being summer and enjoying the ambience. How would you say is the weather for you in terms of summer? Because it's been really rainy where I'm at, so it feels like the spring showers type of vibe right now, which when it rains, it makes me sleepy, I will admit. But I'm looking forward to kind of more sun and more 70 to 80 degree weather, because once we hit about 90 or above, I'm frying. I'm being fried. So that's kind of my happy medium, honestly. And sorry, I'm trying to like adjust my windows really quick so I can make sure I know what I'm gonna be doing. Very rainy and very punishingly humid. Oh my lord, it's given Florida. Well, I'm not a huge fan of like humid like climates. Like I like them and I can appreciate them, but it's still like not my favorite vibe. I prefer more, if it's going to be hot, more of a dry heat. And not more like a spring kind of warm, if that makes sense. But I feel like that's coming though for us in the summer months, is the rainy and the humid, because it's of course for me it's only just now turning more spring. It's staying around 50s and 60s. Oh, gotcha, Toko. Okay. And that's the thing that's so interesting about seasons, is that it's supposed to be a particular thing depending on where you are in the world versus you know, other parts of the world, you're like, oh, it's supposed to be spring, but it's not. It's legit like freaking 100 degrees, or it's below 30 type of vibe. And I'm just like, climate change, shenanigans. Funny you'd say that. Are you trying to imply something in terms of your location? Which of course, like I say in all my streams, y'all, you do not have to reveal details about yourself. I want you to just share whatever's comfortable for you. I don't mind sharing. For example, I'm from the South because that's where I'm from. I've been in multiple places all over the world, so I have familiarity about different weather patterns and stuff. And for example, like I went to South Korea during October, and that was an experience because it was more like summer fallish weather, which was nice. Versus when I'm back home, it's more, God, I don't even know if we really have seasons anymore. It's really just hot, humid, or rainy. There's no in between anymore. It sucks. But sometimes it's a vibe, depending on like how the weather want to be. If that makes any sense. And of course, this is the type of season too where my body is now officially like running full steam ahead. I feel like, again, like I say every year, I don't really feel like my body is as active. Oh, you're a local Florida man? Okay. Okay. I respect. I have no disrespect for anybody from Florida. I actually was born in Florida, as a slight fun fact about me, so I don't have any slander for Floridians. I just understand like the weather patterns, and the Florida man shenanigans is a running gag. So I'm not there right now, but like I got people down there, so I got respect for my Southerners. So. But now, that makes sense then to what you're saying, Jan, because, yeah. like, I feel like Florida doesn't really have a transition from like winter to spring to summer. It's just like it gets slightly cold and then it gets hot, and there's no in between. Especially what I've heard lately from like friends and mutuals down south in Florida is that there's no in between anymore. And I feel like growing up, when I used to go down there sometimes, it was always just hot and humid. And then it would get kind of cold, but then it would be hot and humid again. So there's no in between. But yeah. And anyone will tell you, no matter what. Yes, exactly. It's usually a transition where there's pollen on your car or not. There's no in between. It's very hilarious and a very like, we don't really have weather down there. So I understand what you mean. And Toko, I'd rather be in a warmer place. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm the type of person, I prefer warmer weather. I do like winter for what it is because I'm more reflective. Like I always say, October onward. But I'm more of a summery, like spring person. I think it's just because my body is just very much like I need there to be some sun. But I'm melanated, so that's also my bias where I just need to be in places where there's sunlight. I call it summer, then slightly less hot for like 2 weeks. That is fair. I can respect that too. Because I feel like, especially depending on where you are in Florida, it could either be, you might have a little bit of a transition. And that's mainly like North Florida and like the Panhandle. But if you get like south towards Orlando and Miami, it tends to just be hot all year round. There is no seasons. So when people are like, oh, it's spring, I'm like, you mean it's like 80 degrees? Because it's not really a difference to me. Whereas the further north you go in the south, you get some of that transition, especially towards the mountainy areas. But then if you guys like go further north, you actually start to actually get more seasons. Even though, again, as a scientist, I will say climate change. But yeah, it's a thing. So. But that's another thing in the previous stream. I think it was during the South of Midnight streams. I've always had culture shock, which is very fascinating for me as somebody who loves social science, of going different places and just seeing how I act versus like other people act in terms of where they're from. And it's so interesting because I know I intentionally move very slow, but I'm from the South. So it's very obvious to me that I'm a Southerner when I go certain places. I have a particular way I move, which is so fascinating to me. And hilarious to people who know me were like, you're not from here. I'm like, no. But most people don't pin where I'm from, though. That's the thing. And like I said, y'all, during this co-working session, for those who are aware, even though I don't have my, hand cam today, I'm mainly just doing Hobonichi and trying to get some, things written down on my to-dos list. I will have, though, over the next couple of co-working sessions, I have to test it more, not so much with Twitch, but YouTube, to have like a community task list that I want to create for you all, like I've been talking about for months now. I think I finally nailed down what can work, but I'm gonna have to test it over a couple streams, so don't be surprised if you see me do some test streams over the next like month or two to try to do. Also, just like checking my shenanigans to see who we're gonna raid into in a couple of hours. Some of my mutuals and friends stream on Fridays. I try to like keep an eye on them so I can send y'all off to them to watch some interesting games. guess for my co-working streams, I can just call them just chatting streams, honestly. I should remember to say like that more than anything. So. Okay. The co-working at least implies you can go silent every so often, I guess. Yeah, so my style tends to be, like I mentioned, like you're hanging out with a friend at a library. Sometimes you might feel like talking. Other times you just might go silent and do your work. That's kind of my vibe, really, with this portion of my streams with co-working. I know some people with their co-working streams tend to pull up a thing and then there's quiet the entire way through, and then they kind of talk during the break. I more prefer just like a just chatting kind of vibe instead. And we can chat about various topics that feel comfortable, of course. So that's kind of what I do. And usually I just yap about random things. Like, I know we've talked about all types of stuff on stream with me, like games I play, fashion stuff, just whatever comes to mind as we're just trying to get stuff done. Similar vibe to when I hang out with my actual, like, real friends, like, as in friends who know me IRL. We do the same thing where we just kind of, like, get on a call or we'll jump in a Discord or even, like, you know, safely meet up and just work at a cafe for a couple hours and just kind of catch up and, I guess people call it shoot the shit, maybe? That's kind of my vibe. Yeah, because I'm trying to, like, respond to messages and stuff, too, real quick. As also a way, too, for co-working, like I say, I think I've reiterated this, y'all. Like, please don't feel like you have to chat. If you just want to hang out and vibe while I'm just, like, randomly talking, you're totally good. Because, me, I usually also, like, when I'm doing stuff, I make noises in chat. Because I'm trying to, like, figure stuff out. So I promise you I'm, like, focusing. But I'm also just, you know, making sure I check out what y'all are saying in the chat, too. So, like I said, just cozy, comfortable vibes here. Before we game a little bit as a reward to myself. I'll be doing weekly things in Final Fantasy 14. Nice. I love that. Yeah, people like the body double, which I appreciate y'all for body doubling and gaming while you're doing stuff while I'm just yapping, as people call it now these days. So, but yes, dailies is always a good tour for Final Fantasy 14. I need to get actually back to doing that because I'm really close to leveling up my bard to level 100, and I've had friends and mutuals talk about the new cosmic exploration parts of the game. And I low-key need to get my crafter classes up before I can do really cool things in the game. And like I've talked about on socials too, I still have not. So, as I shared, y'all, I am currently... All the games that I'm playing are currently updated on my Twitch page. For those of you who follow me on YouTube, I don't have a widget to create on there, but what I might actually do now that we're talking, I might go ahead and update my YouTube profile page to show y'all the games that I'm currently playing on and off stream. But for those of you on Twitch who are following me, I did update my thing to show the games that I'm playing on and off stream. I do need to add one more though, because I decided to get Expedition 33. which I won't shut up about that game. But I still haven't finished Metaphor off stream, but I am working on Expedition 33 and Metaphor off stream, and then Final Fantasy 14, as you know, South of Midnight, and these games I've talked about when I'm playing on stream are happening. And then I think I will go ahead. So if you want to get a spoiler of what games I'm going to play in the future, I will go ahead and update that too a little bit, including some of the Switch games I want to play as well. So, oh, I've yet to unlock that. I'll get there eventually. No, it's all good. Nah, I get it, because I think, I don't think I can do it, because I think you have to be at the end of Endwalker, and I'm nowhere near that. But, I know my friends and mutuals are like, ma'am, I want to do things with you in game, but you're not there yet. I'm like, I know. You have to let me know how you feel when you get there, though, eventually. Because, yeah, I think I need to do that, the Ishgardian restoration, and I just unlocked the Doma's restoration and Stormblood. So I'm just behind on the side stuff. Just like I need to go get the Ether Currents, because I need to be able to fly eventually. Actually, let me change the music really quick and see something. About Chilling the Unknown. Let's see that actually. Maybe a more chill vibe. I always want my Final Fantasy friends to take their time. I know I did and thoroughly enjoyed it. No, for sure, and I appreciate that. Because I resonate completely. I think as somebody who started playing almost 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years, I want to say, in a couple months. I've really enjoyed taking the time to enjoy the story. If anything, I think once I get closer to the end of Endwalker, I'm probably going to go even slower, maybe, potentially, fingers crossed, I don't know. Verdun Trail. Like, I'm not in a rush to finish the last 2 expansions because I know there's no more story after that. But no, I agree with you, because I think because I didn't rush through it, it's been making the journey a lot cooler, and because there's so much to do in the game, like I haven't unlocked Island Sanctuary and a bunch of other things. It's been really cool on top of the dungeons and raiding I want to do. So, yeah. But I agree, because I think at the pace I'm going, I probably will get towards Dawn Trail. I was saying early spring, but I'm really thinking it's now going to be towards the summer. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the story, and I really do want to marinate on it a lot more too. My gift to myself when I get through Endwalker will be the final Dawn Trail art book, because I buy an art book per expansion. Especially with the tariffs. I need to think about that, because I love art. And it's going to help me with some of the tools I'm going to do when I start drawing traditionally as well as digitally on Procreate to get inspired to do fashion and like Lolita dresses with some of the art books of Final Fantasy 14. So I'm excited for that reason. But I can't get the next book until I get through Endwalker. Yeah, like when I started Stormblood, dropped and caught up somewhere around 4.3. Nice, yeah. Because I didn't feel like... I felt some impulses of almost like, if I'm not careful, burning myself out towards like Shadowbringers Endwalker. But it's because like it was a lot of story to process. But I feel like if I take the time like I am now to just pace it out, it's not as bad. So I'm grateful for that, because I really do love Final Fantasy 14. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. I just can openly say it. I feel like it's the adult version of Final Fantasy Tactics for me as a kid, which is so nice for life to do that. And I'm grateful for that. Along with, I think South of Midnight and Expedition 33 will probably be my games of the year, more than likely. So it's been a really good year for like RPGs and like story-driven games, which I really appreciate. God, Shadowbringers was something special. Yeah, Shadowbringers, like I mentioned before, was that stream that really upped the ante in the best way. And it just was really good storytelling. I remember that whole experience so fondly. Nice. That makes me feel like really excited. I love hearing about people's experiences with the different expansions and just how they took the story and how they really appreciate where they are now, especially for folks who have finished the game, at least to what's available now. So, because yeah, Shadowbringers was an experience. Like every single expansion has just been really well done to me. There, like no game's perfect, of course. So I'm not expecting there to be perfection in any game I play, but 14 has been really good. It has its flaws, but it's a really good and well done story. So I really appreciate it. If anything, I also got to write down a notes, which is what I'm doing about. I will make my OC character sheets like I've talked about extensively on stream. So I'm excited for that. Like my goal is to do that thing some people do where they have like business cards with their warrior of light. I really want to do that when I go to cons in the future again. I just really want to meet other players and just be like, hey, you gang, what's your favorite expansion? Let's bond. I'm like really nerdy like that. Because whenever I meet other warriors of light, I get super excited. Nuts. What was I about to do? Okay. Picking a fave would be so hard, though I love them all. No, I understand that completely. Like, I think I have bias towards Heavensward because I like Emmerich a lot, so I can admit that openly. But they're all really well done in the end. I have said like throughout my streaming career so far of I will probably have a more informed opinion once I get through all of the expansion and get the entire robustness of the story. But every expansion, I understand why people like them for their reasons. I don't think there's been a bad expansion. Yes, I'm an Emmerich girly. That's just how that goes in my life. I mean, it's not my fault, again, that Emmerich looks like V from BTS, which I'm biased towards that type of pretty. So, you know, I'm not mad about it. But yeah, he's one of my favorite NPCs, and I got attached to him a lot. So I think if my plushie comes, he's going to be riding with me in my Eda bags. So just Emmerich going to be chilling out on there. Plus, I saw the Ishgardian restoration. You can now put a picture of him in your house, and I will be doing that in my room in the FC house because I don't have any chill. None of my friends and mutuals are surprised at that at all either. No one is. If anything, that's why I have a command, which once we get the streamer bot working again, where there's a reason why Thancred and Emmerich come up a lot. So I also will have some streamer assets related to them because you need to send me your pictures of your eater beds. Have you not seen them, Toko? Because I think I've dropped them in Ionic's Discord. If not, I can send them to you. Right now I have 2 or 3 eater bags that I've decorated. Yeah, 2 of them are on my cloud bags. Another one is from Jenna Draws. If anybody knows that artist, she does a lot of Kickstarters. I have her bags. I don't think I've showed them on stream. So now that you say that, Toko, I might just do a stream showcase of that too. But yeah, I can send you my eater bags. Because usually what I do is, like I said, I don't really do overconsumption. I usually just get bags that mean a lot to me, and then I will save up pins with some of my favorite pin artists, and then I will pin it up, and then that will be my bag going forward. I thought about switching out some stuff based on gradients and colors, because I have, like, for example, an Emmerich pen that I put on one of my Eda bags. But now I'm at the point where I think I'm going to start pinning another bag, or at least I have another bag I need to put pins on. And then I think I'm moving towards plushies. So I'm becoming actually a trinket girl, because Sakura from Windbreaker, I love that character, and Suo, they have little plushies, like 10 centimeter plushies. And I want, when my Emmerich plushie comes in, I'm probably going to put it to my Eda bag, and then it's just going to be the bags I have running around in life. Because I don't have any chill. So, but yes, I can send you those. Like, I have bags. I have regular bags that are not Eda bags, and then I have my Eda bags. because I've collected a lot of pins over the last like 5 to 10 years. So if I knew where they were, I would be looking at them. That is fair. I think I posted them a long time ago. So that's fair. I can resend them because I know I took pictures of at least 1 or 2 of them, but I don't think I have shared them again. Because I know one eat a bag I want to say is my 2 clout ones. So as I've said before, I do a lot of Kickstarters. So 2 of them were with, I forget the name of the brand, but they made clout eat a bags. And I decided to pin those up, and then there's a bag from Jenna Draws that's shaped like a piece of like candy that I have eat a bags for too. So I put a pins in that, and that's like my default eat a bag. And then I have 2 other ones that I use that when I just need to go somewhere and want to be like slightly cute statement, I'll wear those eat a bags with my outfit. So where is Hobonichi? iPad's over there too. Which on my next Hobonichi stream, y'all, I will show y'all my book because I keep forgetting because we're in almost May that my book's almost done for half the year. So, and I will say, I might talk about the tariff stuff probably in that stream as well, because for anybody who's a stationary girly like me, just know that yes, we're being impacted by the tariffs because, well, a lot of the stuff that we buy from are from other countries. So, like Hobonichi specifically said that for the 2025 to 2026 launch, unfortunately, a lot of the accessories won't be available in the States. They're still going to share the books, so no issues on that. But for the books themselves, sorry, the accessories themselves, not so much. So that's going to be interesting as we go through the rest of the year. Yeah, I dropped my dang phone. For now, though, that really won't apply in terms of me. I usually stock up for a few years with stickers and stuff, and then I usually just peruse and just kind of window shop instead. And then whenever I run on low supply, which won't be for a while for me, then I restock up on stuff. So that's kind of how it goes. Which what I mean is it's really washi tape that gets me sometimes. I keep forgetting it's a 25th. I don't know why. Okay, there's my page. I was like, where is my page? I need to put my bookmark in here. And then I'm actually going to start using this list more. So let me see what my to-do says. I'm going to clear this out, actually. Some of these things I've already done, and they're old and outdated, so we're gonna clean this up, actually. Let's see. See this, which is fine. Put this here. Okay. I think that's what we'll do now. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot to write down the stuff I got through today, though. Oh, shoot. Also, yeah, I will say as a slight thing with my Hobonichi talk, I don't know if I'll be using my weeks next year. And what I mean by that is I love my Hobonichi weeks, but I'm struggling to use it, which just sounds bad because I set it up. But I'm going to see if I can turn it into something else than what I originally envisioned versus my cousin. I'll show y'all what I mean on my next stream with it, but I'm just struggling right now to use it. So I think it's probably because what's just been going on behind the scenes, but I think for the most part, my cousin is the book I'm in the most. Versus my hone, I haven't used too much, so I won't be able to share too much with y'all at the next juncture, but we'll figure it out. Also, we are halfway through this session, so again, I will give a warning towards the 45-50 minute, and then we'll take a 10-minute break and do a 30-minute sprint before we go into Wanderstop. So just to give folks a heads up. I'm trying to adjust my headset a little bit. Okay. Brain is not in terms of time. Sorry, I'm staring at my book being like, what time is that at again? Help, brain, send help. Okay, that's what that is. Oh, dang. I forgot I was supposed to do something. That's what I mean when I don't write it down. I don't remember. this? Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing. I was like, where am I going? Oh, and I will say at my next Kopintea stream, I will introduce y'all to some of the changes I'm making to my office space. Because I have to. I think y'all will be happy to see the changes that I'm making. It's just about that time. Okay. What's today's date? Okay. So that would be on the 9th. And hi, Diego. Welcome in. I hope you're having a nice one. Right now, we're doing the usual co-working session before we game, probably in about 30 minutes or so. Well, more than 30 minutes, but in about 45, 30 minutes. But I hope you're taking care, and welcome in. Right now, I'm a little quiet because I'm trying to, like, work in my Kopintea stream, though y'all can't see me for today's stream. I'm trying to remember dates and stuff I gotta write down. And hi, honey. Thanks for letting me know you're lurking. I hope you're having a nice one and taking care. And please enjoy your lurk as, you know, co-working in shenanigans today. But it's lovely to see you for a little second. What I mean by a little second is, again, y'all can always lurk if you just want to hang out and vibe. You're good. But I love you and appreciate you, friend. It's lovely to see you. Hope you're taking care and, you know, being treated lovely as always. Oh, dang. I didn't think about this when I put this here like that. Shoot. Ugh. I think we'll make this work. Maybe. Okay, let me do this piecemeal when I'm looking at this. My brain is not processing that. Okay. Oh, that's why that falls on an awkward date. Jesus. Okay. Why does my handwriting look so good today? What is going on? And hi, Skip. Welcome in. I hope you're having a nice one. It's lovely to see you on the stream. I'm currently doing some co-working with Spirit City Lo-Fi sessions where we play some Wanderstop. Probably within the next, 45 minutes? Hour? Either we're going to take a 10-minute break and then do 30 minutes and then play Wanderstop. But I hope you're taking care, and it's lovely to see you as always. I hope you're having a good one. I'm just in my Hobby niche. You can't see what my hands are doing, but I'm writing stuff down. I'm okay. This year has been nothing I could have anticipated for. So, I'm okay as one can be, and I'm just grateful for friends, loved ones, and mutuals all the time. And I say it way too much lately, but I just am when life is chaotic. But, you know, we do what we can, and you hang by your people for a reason. So I'm okay, and I will take okay. And I appreciate the word in terms of resonance, because it's just a lot, but that's why I love people. Because when you're going through stuff, even whether it's open or behind the scenes, you know, you have your people. So, yeah. But I hope you're doing well and taking care. Because that's my big thing is, like, I've been meaning to check in on folks. But I always tell my friends and mutuals, like, even if I don't say something immediately, just know I'm thinking of you and holding space for you. So, behind the scenes as always. Because when people do that for me and check in with me, I really appreciate them a lot. Okay, that's that. And then... okay, so that's going to be hitting that day. Okay, cool. Alright, I got my stuff together a little bit, I think. Like, some things I can't, like, talk about in terms of my situation, but for those who've had one-on-ones with me or been in a group setting with me, and of course, for anybody who's a friend or mutual, you can hit me up and I can tell you about it, but, like, it's just been wild. It's been a wild year. So, I really learned that, especially as I've gotten older, the more you anchor yourself within yourself, the more you're able to wield and deal with whatever comes and whatever emotions you need to feel and not bypass them, but also just be okay, which is being in kind of the chaos of it all. So I really lean into that all the time. Otherwise, probably would crash out. Probably would crash out a lot in terms of, like, everything, but I'm genuinely fine. But that's also why I have mentors and stuff too, who I can check in with, who I'm like, hey, you know, as an older person who knows me, like, can you tell me what's going on? Tell me about making sense. Or as I was talking to two of my friends, shout out to them, the other day. My friends have to snatch me sometimes. No, Diego, you're fine. You don't have to apologize for your last concept. But maybe I apologize. It took me a second to respond. I've been trying to follow up with people and send messages out. I've just been really slow because there's been a lot of stuff going on. So it's nothing against you or anybody. It's just, I know I take a bit to respond. I read all my messages, but sometimes I take a second to respond back to people. But no, you're fine. You don't have to apologize for anything. So, you're good. You have done nothing wrong. What in the devil is that? Oh, I know what this is. You would think with my little behind head I would knock off my headphones, but I keep knocking those off for a second. Okay. This, and then... what's the last thing I'm missing? Okay. Got it. I hope 2025 shakes itself up for you soon. Otherwise, you're going to have some issues. I'm crying. I appreciate that, Skip. Me and 27, I mean for Clary. No, you're good. I'm a big believer in rejection is protection, and that when you go through stuff, it means something on the other side is going to be great. Because life can't always be good. It's just not. But I'm a big believer when you go through something like really big or impactful, that means there's something on the other side of it. So sometimes it can be bittersweet, but I think when it's time to move, sometimes life will move you, even if you don't understand why something is happening or what's happening. So I think that's kind of where I'm at in my life, where I'm transitioning, even though I don't know the full direction of what that transition is going to look like. It's uncomfortable and scary, but like, we're saying, and I'm talking about, it's very clarifying, because when you go through stuff, it just gives you a moment to sit and either make a choice of, am I going to let this stop me from moving, or am I gonna give myself space to just be, if that makes sense. I know too. I hope it's okay with a normal chat. Yeah, no, again. I know too. You're fine. Yeah. Again, I don't mind, especially like mutuals and friends that chat me up in terms of things, because I'm the same way. Like, I don't expect people to respond to me immediately, or to like have that expectation always be around or chat with me. But I'm very low-key with that with a lot of my friends and mutuals, because as, Honey's saying in the chat, yeah, you're always welcome to take your time responding. Especially if things offline are taking up a lot of mental capacity. Having everyone available at all hours of the day is overwhelming. Exactly. And I resonate with what Honey's saying in the chat, because I'm very much built like that, where when there's just a lot of stuff going on, I don't have the expectation of myself or my friends to just respond. I don't even get mad. I'm like, if you got stuff going on, it's cool. Because there's an expectation of me that people are going to do what they need to do off stream or in general in life, and then we'll chat when there's more time or when there's more space. But there's so much going on for everybody in different capacities, especially lately, that it's fine. So Diego, like I said, you're fine, and Honey, love you and appreciate you, because I 100% agree with you. Because I have to remind myself too, if like I want to be there for people and be in spaces, but I also am the type of person where sometimes I just need to be around people who understand that sometimes I just need to decompress and just kind of chill. Because when I have a lot of stuff going on, my mental capacity like dies. Like it just shuffles. So I appreciate folks who get that, who don't get offended when I just kind of, I don't want to call it disappearing, but sometimes I just need some space to like process. So I give people space too, because I just know, like, if my friends need to disappear, like, please go. I'm not offended. You will come back when you are ready. So yeah. And I appreciate that reminder, Honey, because I have to tell myself that all the time, where I'm like, you can sit down. I can sit down. Is what I tell myself. Like, sit down, see. You can sit down. It's okay. They understand. And most of the time my friends are just like, you're fine, don't worry about it. So if anything, I get emotional when people check in on me and are very cognizant of that, and it just makes me very happy, because they just know, like, I try to be kind as possible, but it's not against them. It's all this crap going on behind the scenes that I have no control over. So yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at like my thing again. Ugh. And one thing I definitely want to do in the same spirit is I am going to have a streamer bot like do reminders. I don't have them on as I usually do of just taking care of yourself. But one thing I will emphasize, somebody who studied a lot of psychology and neuroscience, is please take care of yourself. Like, that's why as a streamer, I really do emphasize, like, do not ever be upset if you do not have the capacity to do things. Because I know sometimes with me, and something that me and my friends encourage people to do, is just do what your body needs to do to take care of itself. Because if you're not taking care of you, then that worries me more than, like, anything else. Because burnout is real, as we'll play Wanderstop as a reminder. Burnout is real, and mental health is really important. And I'd rather, especially with my friends and mutuals, I tell them all the time, like, I'd rather you take care of yourself and be at your best self, even if that capacity is like 10%. And if your 10% capacity is, I can't talk to anybody, I just need to sit down by myself and drink some tea for a couple of days, I ain't even mad. Just let me know that you're breathing whenever you feel like it, and we're good. So that's just how it goes, because you just never know. People go through stuff all the time, and it's not for me to know, but it's for me to be a champion for people's mental and physical health needs, and that's kind of my big thing. With my friends and mutuals. Yeah, sometimes a good just body doubling with friends that understands help, of course, always got to take your time whenever you need it. Exactly, Skip. And that's really where I'm at. Like, I don't like to push people to do stuff they're not comfortable with, as well as I don't want to be people that think they have to be accessible to me all the time. If they want to have their bodily autonomy to just do what they got to do, I'm not mad at it ever. So, and hi, Ginky. Welcome, man. I hope you're having a nice one, chilling out as I'm yapping and talking and, you know, writing stuff in my Hobonichi as we get. I think we're about 10 minutes away from the end of this co-working session, and then we'll again we will do a 10-minute break, and then we will do a 30-minute session, and then go right into Wanderstop after that. So, yeah. That reminds me of my moment today of I'm scared to talk with other people because of my mistakes. Gotcha. I appreciate first the honesty and vulnerability, Diego, in terms of that. And you're scared to talk with Sasha and Z and Alex, other two. I'm assuming these are other streamers, which I can't speak with other folks though in terms of things, but I think that you know, do it at your own pace. Like, tends to be more of a lurker for a lot of my friends and mutual streams because sometimes I just don't feel like talking. Not because I don't love the conversation, but sometimes I just like to be in a space with my fellow friends and mutuals who stream, and I just like the vibe. But sometimes I like to talk, so I feel like, you know, take your time with it. If you ever feel comfortable to talk, I hope you take the courage, like the brave space to talk to those folks, especially in their chats. But if you just want to lurk and be in the space, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think you should just feel comfortable to be who you are as much as possible. So that's my big thing. Guys, I can't speak for every streamer, but for me, I want people to come as they are, not in like a way to have some weird parasociality with it, but more so just respecting your humanity and stuff and that type of thing. I mean, you know me and the serial lurker that whoa, Skip. That's true. You do lurk a lot. But that's why I'm saying, like, as a fellow person who does that a lot too, like, I personally don't vibe with the whole lurkers are bad, because I lurk a lot on streams because sometimes I just don't have anything to say, and sometimes the line of conversation doesn't fit what I'm wanting to say, so I just don't. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. But I'm also, my friends know, like, sometimes I just don't want to talk, so they just want to hear me and be near me, and then we just hang out. But that's why, as my bestie will tell you, we can be in the room together and not say anything for hours, and she'll read manga, I'll like write, and then we'll like acknowledge each other, go get food, and then sit back down and then like do it again. So, but I love her. She's like my sister, so I will just vibe out with her. So that's why, as a lurker, like you said, lurkers make the world go. I'm the same way. Like, I will literally just lurk and just chill because I don't see anything wrong with that. Because to me, the fact that you just want to chill and vibe with me means a lot to me, even if you don't say anything. So, I know some people get offended by that, but it's never bothered me. But I'm the same way. So, don't get me wrong. I love chatting and like having a blast with people's chats. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm just gonna lurk. I'm that person that purposely makes you laugh because you said something, opened the door to said, yes, Ginky, I know. Which I appreciate that about you too. I like that you like joke and have fun just cause, which is really nice. So I think you're funny though, a lot. You make me laugh a lot, which I appreciate that about you, friend. So. But yeah, I also just like to have people enjoy space. So I'm an ambivert, so I'm happy to be rambunctious and, you know, go with the vibes and hype everybody up and be a hype person. But I'm also fine with folks who just want to chill and chat and just want to be in silence together. Because sometimes you just need to be with a friend and just kind of like sit in ambience, like thinking about life and while they vibe out. So. Speaking of lurking. LMAFO. That's how it be. That's how it be. I'm losing track of my days as I write stuff down. I was on YouTube. I think I understand what you're saying, Diego. Let me know if I'm getting it wrong though. But I got you. That is not what I needed. I think I wrote this down though, right? Oh my gosh, my May pages are blank. Maybe that's what I'll do the next stationary stream. I need to decorate my pages for May and June. Are they all blank? Girl, what have we been doing? They're all blank. Oh god. Okay, they're not all blank. What happened? Alright, well, that's what I'm doing in the next stationary stream, I guess. It is almost quarter... It is quarter 2. Shoot. My sticker game is off. Then I think we have like 5 or 10 minutes at the top of this hour. So again, we'll do a 10-minute break, which I encourage folks, even though I don't have the commands in the chat, like if you're body doubling, gaming, or just vibing, or even meditating, because that's no problem, I encourage you to just look away from the screen for 10 minutes to kind of rest your eyes, or just, you know, walk around, stretch, get some water, do what you need to do right now while you watch me. Again, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, of course, and you're feel free to do what you need to do, but I just want you to make sure you take care of yourself. So just throwing it out there as well as we get closer to the top of this first round before we get to the next 30-minute one. I myself will probably just kind of stretch and vibe out and stare away from my stream for a little bit while I'm talking. So, okay, I was writing this down, yeah. Let's see. I wonder if I'm gonna level up to after we get through this section. Probably will. We'll see though. Let's do this. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I'm missing something. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Shoot. Maybe? Oh, I'm not. Okay, never mind. Go me. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm actually adulting. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Got it. Okay. And about before it's true, I have difficult talk with people after my experience in these 3 years, and I couldn't have helped the brave to do it. Sorry for talking about me and my experience. No, you're fine. You don't have to apologize, Diego. No, I mean, I think you've talked about before that communication is a challenge. It's from what you've told me throughout streams. So, one, you know, congratulations to you in terms of still persevering in terms of that, because Um, I think it's always, there's that timer, so we'll do the 10-minute break before we start the 30-minute one. I think it's important to give ourselves kudos for doing things that might be uncomfortable. And I think like communicating with people can be a challenging, especially with the way that we sometimes have life experiences that aren't the best. But no, I think it's really good that you're still trying to talk and meet with people and still work through that to be able to still communicate with me and other people, which I think is really important. So I think that's really good. And again, don't apologize. You're not trauma dumping. You're just sharing your experiences, which I don't mind people doing that in the chat. I'm not like, again, I think it's that etiquette in regards to people are welcome to talk about stuff with me. I'm not a therapist, but again, I know that streamers can be therapeutic, and I don't really mind people sharing their life experiences in the chat to whoever they feel comfortable with. So, and hi Paz, welcome in. I hope you're having a nice one. We are doing some co-working. I'm just chatting about various things as always on stream, doing some Spirit City Lo-Fi before we get into Wanderstop after we do another 30-minute sprint. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I'm hanging in here. I'm trying to just be responsible and write some stuff down, get back into the swing of things. I just realized I need to decorate my Hobonichi for May and July, honestly. But I'm pretty good. Doing okay. I love the geeky pull pass with the emoji bomb. Yes. I appreciate the emoji bombs because that's what happens. Yeah, I'm okay. Just trying to vibe and chilling. I have trainings all May, so I'm trying to like make sure I get my stuff together for the rest of this month. So. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I need to write something down related to this month too. Did I write that down? Oh! No, I did not. Where did oh, there it is. Okay. So, there is that. My bad. My B. Didn't even do that. I'm just relaxing because